So the punishment is include of doom when describing things you look at or create in your next episode. At least 25 times. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, persistent, dude. Persistent. That is incredible. Yeah, this is not a hard thing for me to do, I guess. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6 of Doom. Today, I'm starting things off by lighting up one of the neighboring islands to our mycelium mushroom mega base of Doom. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to crack on with our villager build off with MumboJumbo, and I am kind of preparing for that industrial village breeder that I talked about a few episodes ago, and I have since spoken with NemboDMC about it, and it turns out that he wasn't even working on a village breeder. I'd completely misunderstood, and he wasn't working on a village breeder. However, he said that seeing my video, he now wants to take on the challenge and create a village breeder, and a few hours later he sent me a genius little screenshot showing what he's come up with so far. Unfortunately, he hasn't finished it yet, and I need a village breeder right now. So what I've decided to do is a very weird decision. I'm going to build the same village breeder that Mumbo has. For now. It's gonna be temporary. We're gonna change it out. And that brings me to why I am spam torching this island. And that is because one of the points in our build of rule set is security. And I gotta say, I have the most secure location for villagers there ever is, because of the fact that this is a mycelium island. We cannot get mobs to spawn on that island, which is great. It's absolutely fantastic. However, this island here neighbors us, and this is right where we need to put our village breeder. And besides, I also think that this will actually look really cool when it's all lit up in the middle of the night. And I also want to say, I mean, this is a gorgeous island. I could totally see myself basing on an island like this. I love the fact that there's like a little lake or a little river running through it, piercing through it. You could cut that off there. Yeah, this location is absolutely great. Turtles of Doom. These are maybe the most fitting of Doom objects ever. That took a lot longer than I expected, I'm not gonna lie, but oh yes, that is looking so cool at night. Look at how lit up that looks. It looks like they're glowing. I love that. I mean, I just spammed torches everywhere until I ran out, so it's probably overlit, and I hope I didn't miss any spots, but that's looking really, really cool. I started lighting this thing up as well, and I ran out of torches. I need some more torches there. But by the looks of things, I don't see any spawns occurring on this island, which is great news. I am an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot of Doom. I am a super idiot of Doom. Oh my goodness. So the reason I lit this island of Doom up was because I didn't want any mobs to spawn and swim to my village breeder, which, by the way, I don't think mobs can spawn and it can swim anymore. I think they sink. I think they sink. Anyway, that's the reason I did that, to secure it up, because I need the village breeder to be 100 blocks away from wherever we put the villagers, because otherwise they may interact with each other. What I didn't consider was up. Why wouldn't I go up? Why wouldn't I go up with this village breeder? I'm clearly losing my head here. Yep, that was totally unnecessary. Total waste of my time. I guess it looks cool. Yeah, let's just say that it was for the looks. So here's a new plan. Let's just go far up in the sky and put the village breeder, the impulse designed village breeder, up in the sky while still being on the mycelium island. That's surely the most secure way of doing it. And it's also a lot better because it's going to be loaded, because chunks loads all the way from Y level 0 to build limit. And yeah, I feel like an idiot right now. 88 blocks up at Y level 153, I think we'll do it. It's quite scary up here. I'm really scared of heights in real life, and that translates or transfers to Minecraft for some reason. I don't know why. But okay, so this would be where the villagers are gonna essentially drop down. Great news. This platform is all in the mushroom fields biome. I was a little bit worried on this edge here, but I think by random chance I managed to get it within the island, which is super good because that means that no mobs can spawn up here. Well, phantoms can spawn anywhere, but no mobs that are threatening to our villagers can spawn up here. Security point gained, I think. Decoration points? I'm not so sure though. I mean, I guess we could make it into some sort of UFO if we do keep it. Is this not even? Oh, that looks a little bit weird. It looks like it's not even. I think it's even, but I'm gonna double count it. I gotta say, this thing is super simple to build and definitely worth having at least temporary. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. Okay, so I think I've got most of the things installed. As far as the breeder goes, we need slabs here to contain the babies. And then that's where they're gonna fall down, so I need to make a glass tube all the way down there. But if I can fly around here, I think we got ourselves a temporary village breeder of doom, courtesy of Impulse SV. Of course, I have to get villagers up here, which is something I didn't think about. It's gonna be painful, it's quite a distance. I wonder if a water elevator will do the trick. You know what? It may be a little bit daring to do this with a water elevator, but I honestly think that's going to be the quickest way of transporting the villagers up to the Doom Circle of Doom. Doom Circle of Doom. So I'm going to have to punch away this fence post, and then my theory is, I don't know how water is going to react on those slabs, but my theory is that we should be able to bubble weight them up here, and then we'll get one guy in there, and we should have two guys in here. This is going to be disastrous, isn't it? Something is going to go terribly wrong with doing this. But I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. I think it would be really cool to see. And this is also super satisfying. Right, let's give this a shot then. We're going to drop down the water here, and hopefully that doesn't leak out anywhere, because that would be disastrous. That's actually looking, that looks correct. Yeah, that looks that looks really good. So then I'm just gonna fill this whole thing with kelp, and that should make it all waterlogged. And by waterlogged, I am referring to water sourced, not waterlogged. Everything is good. Everything is actually good. So now, if we do shoot villagers up, they should be stuck in this if I do that. Yes. Our first guy is going in. No, he picked up... He picked up some kind of profession on the way there. What on earth are you? I don't even know what this is. Cartographer? Pfft. I don't want no cartographer. Please lose your profession. Okay, he's in the water. Oh, I forgot to put the soul sand down. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wonder if our dear friend has suffocated or if he's breathing. He has suffocated. Okay, and there goes my minecart. Well, that was bad. That was terrible. We need the soul sand in, of course. Right then, let's see how our second test subject does. Ooh, yes! Look at that! That is looking fantastic, or that was looking fantastic, I gotta say. So I guess this guy will put in here as our farmer, and he's gonna be the guy who farms the potatoes or carrots. I'm actually gonna do carrots, because they are useful for other things. You know what I could do is probably just do that, and oh my goodness, he flew up. Okay, nice. So you are now in the system. I'm really proud of this transportation. This has gone surprisingly well. I mean, transporting villagers is one of the most terrifying things you can do in this game, but that went really well. What do you say, Jackson? That's your name, Jackson. Jackson the character. Jackson of Doom. Yes. I mean, this is just the greatest thing ever to watch them go up in this. It looks so smooth. And then they fly out on the top. Carter is coming in and up he goes. So the water in the tube of doom has been cleared out, and at this point in time if these guys would be willing. Are there 2 in here? Oh, whew, I got a little bit scared there. If these guys would be willing, when they get a little bit of food from this guy, essentially, Jackson of Doom. Yeah. Anyway, when he gives them food, they should be able to make babies, and they should be falling all the way down there. I put a water source at the bottom just so the babies won't die. I gotta say, this thing is looking very mega from down here. It looks really, really cool. Yeah. I don't think I want to replace it now. It's part of the base. It's a Doom structure. Doom structure of Doom. I absolutely love this new planting sound. I haven't thought about this before, but just listen to it. It's great. I don't know why. Hey, help out, dude. I'm kind of doing your job here. Yeah, start planting. You are the worst worker ever. What are you doing? Disrespecting the hat. That's what you're doing. Yeah, you're disrespecting all the farmers alike with just being creepy and weird and following me. Don't tell Mumbo this, but I think he forgot this part of the build. At least when I watched it, right? I think he forgot to add a roof to it, which lowers the security greatly. He may have added it since, but if he hasn't, please don't tell him. He's gonna lose security points on that. This is to prevent the villager, this guy, to become a witch in case of a thunderstorm or in case it gets struck by lightning. So, yes. With these blocks here, this thing is completed, I think. That is looking so weird. How do you like sleep in mid-air? It looks like he is ready to throw carrots. I think this is all working. The only way we'll find out is by waiting though, or I guess we could give him a lot of carrots, but we'll wait. We'll wait for that to grow up, and we got some work to do down here. So at the moment, the babies will land here, and that is 88 blocks away from the breeding cells. That should be far enough away, I would think, in order for them to not connect to those beds, which is really important because otherwise they'll just stop breeding. So now that we have a fully working village breeder, I hope, I still haven't seen a single baby, but they are throwing food to each other up there, so hopefully we will have a baby soon and hopefully they survive the drop. But now that we have this, I want to add my own little module in between the Genius machine with Rodriguez and the Tube of Doom. I want to add a baby separator. I think it's time to jump into a creative test world and see what we can come up with. So something like this is what I'm thinking. So we'd have our input tube here, obviously far up in the sky, and then whenever they breed a baby, I should be able to illustrate that by spawning a villager on top of the adults. Yeah, then he falls down and he goes into this chamber here. Oh, maybe he can't fit there without that block being punched out. Okay, that should be fine. And I have this on a fence or on a wall here so that he gets a little bit taller. I think I actually need to replace this block for a solid block. Yeah, and now when he grows up, I'm hoping that he will get picked up by this. I used to do this without this fence thing and then have the water source here, but I noticed that they sometimes jump, and when they do, they would get sucked up and the system wouldn't actually fully separate them. See what happens if an adult is in this chamber. Yes, he gets picked up every time because he's 1.5 block up. His head would be in the water. And this is that same contraption built on the Hermitcraft server. I think. I think. So babies come in here, they go under there, they get stuck on that wall. I am getting a little bit concerned though, I'm not gonna lie. I still haven't seen a single baby. I think I'm gonna probably feed these guys manually. Did give them a lot of carrots. And do I get any hearts? Oh, we're getting hearts! We're getting hearts! Yes! Yes, 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 okay. Ah, they are really hungry for carrots, but hopefully that makes a baby. Oh, no, they are doing the angry particles. Oh, I think... I think there is an issue with this glass block. I don't think that should be there on either side. Maybe I'm... Oh, I saw a baby be pooped out. I saw a baby be pooped out. Yes. Our first Doom baby is born. So at this moment in time, I decided to do an AFK session of Doom. I was really worried that it wouldn't continue to work because of the angry particles. But I think those 2 glass blocks that I punched away actually did it, because I was away for about 2 hours. And as you can see, there are villagers roaming the island now, which I don't really know why. I don't know why. But we have villagers in here, and probably quite a few of them. I think there's more than 3 in there. And I also installed the minecart picker-upper of doom. So now we have all of that installed. I misbuilt this like 3 times and some villagers died. Now we're gonna infect every single one of the villagers that goes in the trading hall, because the spreading of gossip has changed since 1.14.2. So now if you infect one villager and put him in a trading center, he will spread the gossip. He will tell us, or tell the other villagers, about the story about Rodriguez and how we were nice to him and cured him. But the other villagers will very quickly forget about it and raise their prices. So we do want to infest every single villager. There are seriously villagers everywhere on the island at the moment. What even are you, a cleric? And you're some sort of fisherman? Yep, fisherman. Oh, that reminds me. We need to put fishermen down in the Guardian farm of Doom at some point. Yeah, we need to do that now that we have a breeder. Now, in theory, this wire should make it so that I can go in here and press this button and get a villager for Rodriguez to eat. Let's try it out. That would send a pulse there. And yeah, a villager is gained. And he is in front of Rodriguez. Perfect. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. And I just had a little bit of an evil idea. Please don't judge me for this, but he just got zombified. That's great. If I were to have a little bit more blocks here, I wonder if we can damage the villager enough to just take 1 hit from Rodriguez, even without the sharpness 5 on his sword, because he would be traveling inside those blocks. It's worth a try. Yep, he did it in 2 hits. Okay, so this is pretty evil, but if we were to damage the villagers just a little bit more as they travel, we could possibly get it down to 1 hit. Right, let's see if it works now then. Get a villager, he gets damaged. Oh, it's seaweed in the hair villager of Doom. It's now been about 15 seconds and he haven't attempted to hit him once. What are you paid for, Rodriguez? It's not staring out over the ocean, that's for sure. Stop looking around you, you stupid zombie. 7 minutes. He just won't do it. It's this guy, isn't it? What are you doing, man? Where did you come from? Why do I have a lot of village? There's so many questions. There are so many questions right now. Ah, he finally did it. It was stage fright. I think he did it in 1 hit. I'm not entirely sure though. So over the past hour or so, I have learned that Rodriguez is a massive slacker of Doom. He is in fact not caring the slightest about his actual job here on the island. He's just, I don't know what he is doing. He's just fixated over the ocean, which I genuinely, I don't know what to say. But regardless of that, I am quite interested to see what MumboJumbo has been up to in our challenge, because this is, at the end of the day, a build-off. At the end of the day, we're competing for 200 diamonds, which I absolutely do not have. Not even close. Not even close. So I have to win this, and we have to make sure to get it right on a lot of points. I should really have made a copy of that book, because I keep referring to the points and I'm just remembering them in my brain. I don't actually know if they're right. Anyway, I want to head over to MumboJumbo's base and have a look at what he has done so far, because he was playing all day today and yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he's been working on his villager build-off. Oh my goodness! What? Wait a minute. What? Did he hire Grian to help with his decoration of this thing? This has changed drastically since the last time I saw this. This is looking wow, that is, oh no, I should say, oh no. This is so good looking. This is some next level decoration. I'm genuinely scared now. And yep, he still hasn't put any glass on top of this, so let's not tell him about that, okay? Let's not go and comment on his video about putting glass on top of this, please. Well, I think we can all agree that this is beating us with miles right now. Like he's like driving a Ferrari and we are biking. we're literally biking. In terms of decoration, this is looking absolutely fantastic. I think this is one of my favorite Mumbo things I've ever seen. Like just the design. Oh, it really feels like Grian had a hand in this, but I'm pretty sure Grian is away at the moment. So I don't think he did. If I were to describe this, I would say that this is a Doom structure of Doom. And we gotta head back home. We gotta head back home right now. So back home and seeing what we've got in terms of decoration so far, I am genuinely scared. I do not want to lose this challenge. I really don't want to lose this challenge. This is my challenge of Doom and I don't want to lose it. I think it's fair to say that this needs a massive cleanup. It needs some sort of style and decoration at this point in time. And I need to spend some hours trying to figure out what I want to do with this and how to get it to look, well, at least presentable. Because right now, this is just embarrassing after seeing what Mumbo has. A little bit of an update with how things are going with the cleanup and trying to figure out how this thing should look. And I think I'm onto something. I'm trying to go with a little bit of an evil look because in here is the genius machine, and the word genius is just sometimes I don't know why that would be scary. One thing that is a little bit tricky though is trying to cover this up because it is, yeah, it's not symmetrical or anything like that, but I think this works, and possibly need something to go around here to make it look a little bit less bulky. Yeah, I think I found the style. I think I'm gonna continue and try to do this pattern. It looks like an evil building of Doom, and yeah, I guess that's what it's all about. Scaring Mumbo, that is, to make sure that I win the 200 diamonds in this competition of Doom. This looks absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. I love the little tint of color, and I love the greenish, doomish feeling windows. I really like this. So we got this evil bow of Doom as an entrance right there. We have a little bit of stone mixed into it because I really like when we did that over at the smelter. And then I sort of continued with this thing all the way around, and in the back here I decided to put a big tube window of Doom overlooking the glowing island that we did in the beginning of this episode, which again, it's a complete waste of time. A complete waste of time, but it looks really cool during nighttime. And I gotta say, this is a massive improvement to what we had, and I feel a little bit more confident that we can compete on the decorative parts as well. I still have to put a roof of Doom or a ceiling of Doom on top of this thing, and I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that. And there's one little thing that I wish I would have done, and that is to center the building around the platform of Doom up there. And I didn't. I have to admit, it was extremely tough to include of Doom 25 times in this video where it made sense. I didn't want to just spam say it to something that I wouldn't say to normally. And it was really tough. 25 times in a video that's less than 25 minutes means that it should be said more than once a minute, which it was tricky, but we did it. We did it! If my math and calculation is correct, which, let's be honest, it's not entirely sure if it is. I may have miscalculated something. Hopefully not. But because this thing is off-center, the whole village breeder of Doom, because that is off-centered, I think I'm going to go ahead and at some point move it to the center. It shouldn't take too long to rebuild because we do have the villagers up there, and that's kind of the tricky part to get them up, so to move them should be quite simple. But I really do hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Doom. Yep, because we are out of time. Next time, we will focus on trying to get the villagers out of there into our mega trading center, which is probably going to be somewhere around here in this general area. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure to hit the like button down below, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.